So we're doing a little digging today. I'm at a small town. This is small town USA. Doing an old house. There's kind of I'm on the back side of the house. Big old house, old sheds falling down, just an old property. This was actually my grandfather's property. This is where my mom grew up. And since then, my grandfather has passed a few years ago, and now the property's getting ready to be sold. So this is kind of a once chance to come out here and do a little digging in my grandpa's backyard. Haven't really found anything yet. My grandfather was a bit of a hoarder, but he was also an outdoors guy, a hunter, trapper, coon hunter. I mean, you name it. Over the years, they did it. And I'm right underneath an old clothesline. At least half of it's still here. Nobody's lived at this house for, golly, it's probably been a year or more. I don't know, maybe longer than that. But it's getting ready to leave the family, and I thought I better seize the opportunity to come out and dig around in my grandpa's backyard. I remember as a little kid, it always seems like things are so much bigger when you're younger, but when I was a little bitty guy, I used to come out here and play, and this yard just seems so much bigger. There's an alley back there. I remember my grandpa always had his fishing boat back there, but yeah, this is the house that I remember coming to when I was a little boy. And now it's going to be somebody else's. So for the moment, here's what I've dug. I dug some kind of a little cap off of, looks like some sort of a jar. It says something on it. I can't tell what it says, but just a little cap. And I found a teeny tiny little button. So whether I find anything good or not really doesn't matter to me at this point. I just want to have kind of the memory of my grandfather and grandmother's home, and dig in their backyard for one last time before it's all somebody else's and this opportunity won't be here. So I'll probably video a bit today here, and we'll see what happens. So, but I'm going to keep digging, but that's a good start. So I'm still at the big old house, my grandpa's old house. Just found something interesting. It's some kind of a token with a Kindle oil on the front of it. What's it say here? Let's see if we can see. Huh. Some kind of a token for Kindle oil. Good luck. Well, that's pretty cool. Wonder what it's worth. Alright, we're gonna keep looking. Well, I thought we'd dig this one together. Hey, my shovel's getting ready to fall. Clean that off a little bit. So I've got a good mid-80s, maybe a quarter. Let's find out. I'm right by the sidewalk out front. My truck's parked right there. Already kind of dug out the plug. Let's see what we can find. Should have taken my glove off. So I got this new camera. It's a GoPro Sessions 5. So it shoots in 4K, which I'm not doing currently, but it also has a little tripod with it that I can set my little tripod like right there, and you guys can see stuff, and I don't have to hold the dumb thing. So let's see how this works. I've never used my little tripod. It probably makes a ton of noise though, doesn't it? Let's see, I was getting in the 80s. It didn't sound like it was very deep. These things work a lot better when you push a button and turn it on. When they're not on, they don't do very good at all. that probably makes a ton of noise, like vibrating, but I have to get my video and see what it sounds like. But by then it'll be too late. Oh, there we go. There it is. Looks like a quarter. Looks like a modern quarter. Let's see what year. Let's see what we got here. Can't get the date cleaned off. I want to play What Were You Doing? One of these days, that Exploring Alabama guy, he's going to stumble across one of my videos, and I'm going to play the What Were You Doing That Year with the quarters? And he's going to go, hey, that was my stinking idea. And that Midwest guy stole it. And when he does that, he will be absolutely right. I stole this idea because I thought it was kind of cool. 1993. So what were you doing in 1993? Let's see, I was working just out of college and working. My wife was finishing her college. Well, not quite. She had a little bit of time. Boy, I bet that's horrible. I'm gonna move that camera. I probably ought not do that. So she was finishing her college. Something like that. 1993. I got married in 94. So that's what I was doing. Let's see. Old grain silos right in the middle of town. Can't see it on the other side of this White House. Is a little post office and a little bank, and there's a little steakhouse, and Aaron and his son are here actually digging up the front yard too. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep going up and down this sidewalk, see what I can find. Got a quarter and that little token, so that was kind of cool. So we'll see what we can do. Alright, got another ED signal. We're going to turn this thing on this time. That's better. 80s. I don't remember how high. What the heck? What on earth is that? Is that it? Yeah, that was it. Can't tell what that is. Looks like it was something. Ooh, it looks like a head. Looks like the head off of something. Can you see the face right there? So there's the eyes and the nose, and this would be the chin where my thumb is at. Huh. Creepy. Whatever it is, I don't have one, but I do now. Alright, we'll film Aaron doing one.
What do you know about a 70?
What do I know about a 70? Could be a penny. Yeah. Usually high 70s on the Pro can be a penny. You can see my shadow. Hey Zedekiah, I like your gloves. Those are pretty snazzy.
We're trying to find some that fit.
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah, whatever it is, simply.
Sewer line. So Zed, do you like the metal detecting? You have fun? Have you learned anything? A 1 cent?
Not just anyways.
Large.
A large cent. That would be cool to find. What's your favorite thing you found so far?
Indian head penny.
Indian head penny? Cool. Where'd you find that at?
In our front yard.
In your front yard. That's pretty awesome.
Remember what year it was, though? 1896.
Have you found any pull tabs? Have you found any nails? I'll tell you what, then you're in the club.
I think we found all of them.
What heck are you digging down here, stud?
Well, it looks like a sardine can or something.
Sardine can. So since your dad got the AT Pro, have you got to use his old one yet? Yeah. That'll be fun. Then you can go out whenever you want and find your own large scent.
Last time you filmed me doing this, I found a culvert.
Yeah. It looks like you might have done it again.
It does, doesn't it?
Or a paint can. That appears to be large.
Yeah, it's it looks like a pipe stuck. I wonder if this is an old well shaft.
Why do you always find stuff like that? So what now?
Well,
You gonna dig it out?
I don't think so. I think it's about 8 inches in diameter. Dig a little bit. Let's see. It looks like it might be the inside of a wheel hub.
It's hard to say. All right, well, that looks kind of boring. So I'm at a little crossroads here, no pun intended. And what I've got is, well, I got a little friend barking at me. Everywhere I go, there's little dogs barking at me. Anyways, this crossroads at one time was a town. And the post office for the town was actually that greenhouse. And then this was some kind of a store, and there was a sawmill here, and just a bunch of other stuff. It was just a small little country town. And unfortunately, this was late 1800s, and at the turn of the century, these little towns just didn't survive because of a lot of different reasons. One, the main hub of this county, the main city, is about 13 miles away. And at that time, it would be a day trip just to run into town for supplies and to make it home. Also, the other closest towns are about 4 miles that way. And to the other direction, it's about another 5 miles. This is just in the middle of nowhere. And at that time, one of the biggest things for a town sustaining itself was a railroad. And there is no railroad here. But there is one about 4 miles south. So what happens is people migrate to the railroad, and that's where the work was at, that's where the supplies were at, and these little towns just couldn't make it. So we're going to do a little digging in a town that basically self-imploded somewhere in the early 1900s, and we're going to see what we can find. One of the neatest things to do is be able to ask permissions from people and get talking to them about the history of the land and the area. So behind me, you can't see him, I'm sure, but there's a old country boy working on some stuff behind me. He lives across the road, owns a couple properties in this little town I was telling you about. And as I was sitting here alongside the road, had another gentleman stop, and he and I got talking. He just sitting in his pickup, old farm boy. He lives down the road a ways. Just got talking about the history. So the stories are so cool. So I finally got done talking to everybody and started digging. And my first find, pretty incredible, a pie pan. So that was pretty exciting. Who knows what's going to be here? You know, these properties have been used and abused over the years, and you just don't know. So it's hard to say what's out here. But the cool part is there's a lot of trash. But the cool part is just that. You never know. So let's dig some holes and see what we can find. The cool part is that I've got future permission to come out here. The guy that owns a lot of this, he said he didn't care, just come out anytime, and kind of gave me a green light to come out and spend some time out here anytime I want. So that's a pretty good deal. School's out. Yeah, we'll do this one together. I've got a dog that hates me. I'm debating on whether or not it's going to try to attack me or not. Go on. Apparently not. Apparently the Garrett carrot is a great weapon that they're scared of. See? Go away. There we go. Alright. Not a great signal, but I found a couple pennies. Yeah, but man, they are just chewed up. I think they're just zinc pennies that are rotten out. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, the dog's back. That appears to be a piece of fence wire. So that was pretty exciting. Wait, there's more. Well, it's still beeping in my head, so maybe there's more fence wire. Like a big root of some sort. Throw it at the dog. No, I didn't. Don't get on me about abusing animals. I'm an animal lover. They're delicious. Oh, here we go. I'm just kidding. There goes the dog. He's really stressed out now. Well, let's see what we got here. We got some beeping going on. I'm not finding the product though. The magic orange stick says it should be in this vicinity. Oh, or on the ground. If it gets buried in this grass, I'll never find it. Oh, I think I found it. It appears to be one of these. Appears to be that. I don't know what that is, but that's what I have is copper. I don't know. Must be it. Alright, we're gonna keep digging. See if the dog attacks me. Might be my last hole. It's not getting late, but I've been out here been going at it for a few hours. My lovely bride's not feeling well again, so I think I'm gonna try to get home to her and see how she's doing. My daughters are home from college on spring break, so it's a house full of girls. So I know some of you are thinking, well, good, you ought to be out digging all night. Well, I love my girls and I love spending time with them, but kind of wanted to go dig today. I hear the weather here in our state's going to go, well, it's not going south because it's probably going to be nice south, warm, but it's going to crap. So the last hole, mason jar lid. It's got the inside of it though, all intact. So that's what we got. All right, I'm gonna plug this hole up and pack up and get ready to head out. Hey, this thing's loose. I need to fix that. Okay, so here's the big reveal. Not a bad day. The neighbor people are coming in. Nice guy, let me come on the property and do some digging, so I appreciate his generosity. So here's what we got. We got a bunch of junk, some nails, pull tabs, a washer, not a Maytag, some junk. Looks like that I thought was like the front of a motor or something, but it actually looks like the inside of a drain, like a plug for the drain, like in a sink. Big chunk of lead, just a bunch of junk. just dug the mason jar cap with the porcelain insert. And here's the rest of the find. Some kind of a little cap. It's got some writing on it. I can't quite make it out, but if I work at it hard enough, I can probably clean it. It says pile. P-I-L-E, maybe. Okay, little bitty button. Modern quarter, and then that Kindle oil token. It says good luck. Kindle oil. Change to Kindle oil. Some toasted pennies, a modern penny, piece of brass. So, no great treasures today, but great day being outside. Got to spend some time in a new location, got some new permissions, talked to some really, really cool people, and I think that's part of what this metal detecting thing is. Not all about the treasure, but about the community of people and the people you meet along the way. So I've met some super cool people, had a great day, and I'm ready to call it quits. One thing I have learned along the way, the only way to have an outdoor adventure is to get out. So get out.